There we go.
How did you get all the way over there?
Drugs.
Well, impressive. You realized how much of a waste of time you are, and took a shortcut. You're much closer to the elevator, so well done, Inspector. Now, you're not supposed to be in that part of the facility, but never mind. You will be taking what you see here to your grave. Don't worry, it's just a standard non-disclosure agreement.
NDA. Oh, non-disclosure agreement. Aha, I see now. They're light-activated panels. Although... don't really know the full benefit of that, considering the fact that, there's nothing this way.
You must have gone through the ventilation chambers. Wait, did you wear a breathing mask? Those chambers are littered with microcrystalline particles. Expected, since they are the lungs of Lightmatter technologies. But instead of focusing on the years of life you've just lost, let's focus on the happy fact that your shortcut saved us a couple of hours.
Now, why would... Wait. That's there. Oops. Hold on. I fix. Hold on. Like that. That's not it. That's not it either. Okay, let's figure this out real quick.
Fascinating. You can understand my technology, even though your brain is slowly decaying from crystalline particle poisoning.
Aha! I was like, there's gotta be a specific way for that to work. Doorstop. Trying to figure out what it was.
Inspector.
Yeah?
I admire competence, and you've shown some. So let me tell you a bit about my technology. The panels that you've lit up to power machinery, those are the photon power cells. You see, my former partner, Arthur, designed this part of the facility. And when he did, he used primitive copper for wiring. Once I increased the voltage, it melted. So I bypassed that idiocy by retrofitting doors, lifts, etc. with photon power cells. Those power cells function as both energy converters and switches. Clever, but you'll realize their true purpose once light matter makes its way into the world.
Okay, let's spread this to here. It's not gonna work. We gotta activate this one first. And that still doesn't help us. Okay. Let's figure this out. Aha.
You know, when Arthur's wiring overloaded, I was fortunate enough to get stuck in an elevator with my engineers. But I make the most out of bad situations, so we had an hour-long conversation, much like this one. I talked and they listened.
So that's gonna end up like that. Wrong way. I need to go down, not up. Wait a minute, I just realized something. Hold on. I need all three of these. That's the only way this whole thing works, is if I actually have all three of these. So, this one's gonna not stay here as far as I know. Yeah, we don't need this.
Look at you, managing those lamps. I know that being in charge can feel incredible, but this is sad.
You can go fuck yourself. And then we need to go up. Like that. Definitely liking this game so far. I don't know how far along I am.
Let me enlighten you. To invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk. Conventional solar cells were a pile of junk until I got my hands on them. I improved upon them using photon crystals and created photoelectric cells that were actually efficient. Of course, when I succeeded, a cabal of my competitors, journalists, and windmill enthusiasts formed to try to undermine my achievements. Why did I expect any different? Competing with me is like an ant competing with a boot. Overwhelming.
We drop this here like that. Then I need to go back for this. For that. Excellent. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Wait. I actually see that. Hang on.
I'm so glad you
Hey.
know James's cat, Lux. There's nothing more distracting than that four-legged fluff ball. But I allow him to stay. For James, of course.
There we go. We did it. And now we've got a new problem. Shit. What if... Yeah, that's how. That's exactly how. We got it. Onward.
Impressive. You're the smartest inspector I've ever met. A low bar, sure, but a bar nonetheless. Oh, hold on. What an interesting phone call. My security manager, James, just got a hold of our government contacts. They told him that we were not scheduled for inspection today. And since you are not on the guest list, James doesn't know who you are. But I do. It's obvious.
Who?
You're a journalist. It fits. Your kind always go to such extremes for your stories. I would like to remind you that freedom of the press does not extend to trespassing. We'll have a talk once you get out.
Once I get out. Well, that's gonna be a bit, unfortunately. Although not too long, because I think I know how actually to do this. So I'm pretty sure I know what to do here anyways. This stays like that. And this comes off. Because what it does is it brings that back over. Then, what we do is we set that. Carefully there. Then, this actually comes with me.
A journalist. I've had my fair share of experience with your kind. Always trying to make me show a sign of weakness. So let this be a reminder.
I know what to do here.
None.
Here's what we have to do. The way I have this set up right now is right, but that's got to be turned before anything else. So, I completely turn this like that. And return this like that. So then once that other light gets all the way over that way, it stops. Then we can open that. And then we got this. We so got this. I gotta bring the other one with me real quick, somehow. Wait, not with me, but like that. Right? Yes? No? Ooh, that's dangerous. I know what to do here. Repeat the process. It's on a perpetual loop right now. What we gotta do. Why did it take me so long to figure this out? I kind of dicked myself over on this, but now I can ride this the rest of the way over. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out, but I got it.
Since you're a journalist, you must be here to investigate the merits of Arthur's accusations. Yes, I read the papers. I like to keep myself misinformed. Do you know what makes his lies so convincing? The small amount of truth he uses. Yes, Lightmatter caused hair loss and other minor side effects. But I solved all of that with the mineral decontaminators. And what did Arthur do? He poisoned our employees, exaggerating those side effects in his crusade to destroy me. Jealousy can be so ugly. It can be so all-consuming. It consumed our partnership, it consumed our friendship, and it almost destroyed this entire facility.
There's that. Then I can actually take this one out and move it. How I do that, though, I'm not quite sure. Wait a minute. This is how. You know, on accident, somehow I actually managed to get this to get stuck. Because we've got that light over that way.
Journalist, Arthur's poison project severely damaged morale. My employees weren't just losing their hair, they were losing their identity. So besides installing the decontaminators, I ordered a container full of wigs. It was a success. Everyone started using them, except me. I don't try to cover up facts. Do you know how I lost my leg? Before the facility, Arthur and I were climbing this mountain as it started shifting around us. The quakes mangled my leg beyond recognition, and that coward left me there to die. But I went deeper into the mountain and came back with a photon crystal. Add that to your article.
See, it consists of two things, actually. This has to stay powered somehow. And I need a way back. Or that. Somehow that worked. Now, I think I should be able to get those out. Fuck! Literally just a small little corner piece, and it killed me. So, what can I do to fix that? Is there anything I can do to fix that? That's exactly how.
You know, when Arthur started working against me, I needed loyalty. I found that in James, a miner who crawled his way up the food chain. Not the brightest, but the most dedicated. Don't let his title as security manager distract you from his role as my right-hand man.
Bring this with me like that. So then we need something over that way, right? Right, so which means take this, put it that way. Bring this over this way. And then bring this way.
So,
victory!
Journalist, you will soon be out of here. But before you write a hit piece about the quote-unquote deadly shadows of Lightmatter, let's get the facts straight. The shadow anomalies are not spreading beyond the facility. They are local to the core. Also, we have had countless test runs on the core before today, and there have never been any signs of shadow anomalies. There is a simple explanation for that. You see, my engineers desperately strive to impress me. So during the launch event, one of them turned up the core's energy output. Understand, for every 100 megawatts I spend powering the core, I normally receive 107 megawatts. And today, that number increased to 111 megawatts. But I take full responsibility for my engineer's wrongdoing. I'm finding a solution, and he's finding a new career. Actually, he's probably dead.
Probably. Probably is dead.